Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. This is Rosemary Nonny Knight, and this is the Church of RNK, and we're talking about affirming the fact that you make a decision to live out the calling on your life. Because you are loved, you are free, your vision is your permission. You're allowed to absolutely definitively choose the way your life plays out rather than just going along with whatever you think you have to go along with in order to survive. And that is what I see a lot of us doing. We, the spiritual rich mavericks, we make a decision sometimes that binds us up and keeps us away from the life that is ours to live, which leads to anxiety and worry and overwhelm because you're doing things that you're not actually supposed to be doing. You're doing things because you are afraid of actually fully owning the vision, fully owning the calling on your life. And yes, I ask you to affirm with me, I choose to live out the calling on my life. I am free, I am loved, I am powerful enough to actually follow through and live out that call on my life. I don't have to give in. I don't have to play small. I don't have to pretend to be the same as every single other person out there because I get to live out the calling on my life. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I am loved, I am free, I am powerful. Oh my gosh. I am loved, I am free. I choose to live out the calling. I choose to live out the calling. I could probably have chosen a better key, but you get the message, okay? I choose to live out the calling on my life. I am loved. Listen, if you truly, one, loved yourself and knew that Spirit loved you, that you were not alone, that universe is out to take care of you, you would never doubt for a second that you are capable of living out the call on your life. Really, because yes, I know the world around us, when you open your eyes to the reality around you, there is a feeling that you just have to do whatever you need to do to get by. And you know what? Maybe for a season, because you've bought into that story for so long, maybe for a season while you're making the transition, yes, you may have to do whatever you need to do to get by. But you know what? If you continue only to do what you need to do to get by, then you're never going to create space for your actual calling to manifest, for you to be able to create wealth from doing the thing that you're actually here to do. You need to create space even now, taking a step in the direction of the narrow path for you. When I say the narrow path, I mean the path towards your calling, towards living a life where everything you do is what you're born to do. Your vision is your permission. If you love yourself enough, and you know what, for most of us, in this community, we are learning to love ourselves again. We are learning to believe that we can completely own the greatness within us, because for too long we've bought into the rhetoric that we just need to be whoever, or be the same, or be whatever, just kind of dampen down the desires and the fire inside of us. And I say no more. I say no more. You have a vision for a reason. You were put on this planet for a reason. There is a particular call on your life, but unless you choose it, it will not become a reality. How long will you live the wrong life? How long will you continue to feel this anxiety and overwhelm and stress and wondering, when will my true life begin? And each day you're watching days by days going by, and it's like, enough. You are the one that gets to decide when your life begins. Yes, there is a transition period. Yes, it may be a little bit painful. It may be like going through fire, because you have to burn off the dross of believing a lie about yourself. And you have to own that calling. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I am loved, I am free, I am powerful, I am loved, I am free. I choose to live out the calling. I choose to live out the calling. It is your choice. You are born free, but then we put on all these shackles. We believe lies. We believe the stories that we're told about what we're capable of, instead of realizing that when we are connected to spirit, we are limitless. Limitless. There is nothing you cannot do when you're connected to spirit. There's nothing. There's just nothing. There's nothing. Okay. Maybe fly. But even then, you get in an airplane and go flying. So you know what? There is a way. If you will choose to live out the calling on your life and refuse to believe that you're deluded in thinking that it is within the realms of possibility. Some of y'all have books, you have music, you have art, you have products, services. You have a message, you have a story that you've been through, things you've overcome that you know you could help people with. In fact, you long to help people with those things. There is no part of your story that was wasted. There's nothing about you that was wasted. There's no mistake about you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Everything you've been through is for a reason. And if you will step up, if you will choose to wake up and say, you know what? Nobody's going to give me permission one day and say you can now start to live out your calling, or except, you know what, I'm giving it to you right now if you need it. I am the one that has to actually finally decide, you know what, even if I have to take a baby step today, even if I have to crawl a little bit forward today, I will crawl that little bit. What is the smallest possible thing I can do that will affirm to God, to Papa, to the universe that I am now serious about living out the call on my life? That it's not just talk anymore. It's not just me pretending to be that maverick, talking a good game when I'm with my friends. I talk about all the things I'm sure I'm here to do. But then in reality, I'm settling. No more though. No more. That is no longer to be my story. So many people trapped in, they call it anxiety. They call it, in fact, you get pills for it as well. When really all that is happening is that you're trying very hard to fit your pokey awesome self into a circular box that you do not fit into. So of course you feel weird and out of place and anxious and overwhelmed and stressed out because you're trying to be something that you are not. I'm feeling so much more passionate than I even thought I was going to be when I started this. But it's like, oh my gosh, I've been sitting down with Papa this morning, just writing out again the vision. And it's like, oh Lord, even I sometimes drop off the radar and try and blend into what I think people need to hear from me instead of just speaking the truth as I hear it from Spirit directly. I sometimes try and pull back. Oh, it's too hard. Nobody can do that. I know not everyone can do it, but you know what? You can. You, the ones who are called, you know it because you can hear my words and it's like, oh my gosh, she's speaking my language. It is you that I'm speaking to. It is time to step up. It is time to own and live out the calling on your life and to believe that you can figure out how to create a way of making wealth or creating wealth so that you can live whilst living out the calling on your life. You were not created to live out your calling and be broke and struggle. No, it's just that you think there is no way. And so therefore you do not create space to find a way because you think it's impossible. It is possible. You are powerful enough to find a way. If you will let yourself get on the narrow path instead of staying on the broad path where everybody says, no, you just need to do what you need to do to get by. And then you can do the stuff you want to do in your spare time. That does not need to be your life. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I am loved. I am free. I am powerful. I am loved. I am free. I choose to live out the calling. I choose to live out the calling. Will you make that decision? Because it comes down to a decision. When you make a decision, it really is like the whole angels and everybody is just like, yes! she has decided. Now we can start, we can get to work supporting. And then you make that decision over and over and over again, that despite what it looks like around you, you will keep moving forward. Yes, at times the fire will burn hot, but you will know that it is taking away the nonsense so that you can move more freely towards the calling on your life, the thing that you're here to do. And it's start today, or continue today. If you're already on the path, then continue today. Do not give up hope. You are powerful enough to create wealth and at the same time live out your calling, making a difference, doing the thing that you're here to do. Choose it. You are loved enough, you are free enough, and you are definitely powerful enough. Connect with Spirit, move forward, follow those intuitive nudges inside of you that say, do this, do that, do it. Do not second guess, do not doubt, do not disbelieve yourself. The vision is your permission. Believe it, act on it, move forward. And one last time. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I choose to live out the calling on my life. I am loved. I am free. I am powerful. I am loved. I am free. I choose to live out the calling. I choose to live out the calling. It is time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you were born to live because you absolutely want to. Can I exhort you to get my Freedom book? If you're feeling stuck, you're feeling you're not sure, blah, 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 get the Freedom book. It goes through so many different things that where you may be holding back. As a maverick, honey, there are certain areas of your life where you will need to think differently from other people, and the book will show you where those places are, okay? So it's at rosemarynonnyknight.com/freedom book. Go get that. Let me just type this in for you right here. rosemarynonnyknight.com/freedom book. And can I also ask you to share this or to tag somebody into this? Someone you know needed to hear this today. Tag them in or share it. That would be well appreciated. It is time for more people to step up to the calling upon their lives, okay? And actually figure out how to monetize it so that they can actually do it with gusto, knowing that their families are taken care of, knowing that themselves are taken care of, and they can still live out the calling on their life, making a difference as they go. So please, share or tag someone in. Thanks for listening. I'll speak to you guys soon. Much love. Until the next time. Bye.